This is what is awaiting Bitcoin in the next couple of days, and I want you to be ready for this. We are going together to long Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies for the very last time in this month. And I want to explain you why we're going to do this for the very last time and why within the next few weeks cryptocurrencies are about to fall and Bitcoin is most probably going to retest the 100K area as described in this chart right here. Now, as you know, if you follow my previous videos, Bitcoin is following weekly cycles, and currently we're at the very end of our weekly cycle. Now, what happens in the end of weekly cycle? Well, the last few weeks are always bearish. We are falling down. Now, let's analyze the previous weekly cycles where basically we were pumping up until they reach cycle high as it happened at the end of 2024, and then we spend the next couple of weeks to actually finding the lows, and it can take from 1 to 2 months to find the lows. And this happened multiple times before. Again, in January 2024, exactly same thing. It's a left translated cycle. We pumped to the beginnings of March, and then we're looking for the lows, which we found later on in August 2024. Now, similar thing happened previously. Right now, we're on the week 18 in the weekly cycle. And this is basically stretch. Usually we are topping on the week 15. Here the top happened on the week 7, which was left translated cycle. Here the top happened on the week 17, week 4. Here we topped on the week 22. At the bottom of the screen, you're going to find indicators that will help you to understand when we are going to top. And if you take a look at the bottom of the screen, here you will see the 2-week cycle and the 1-week cycle started to fall down. When these cycles fall down, the cryptocurrency market also goes down. Look, this happened right here. The 1-week cycle topped, and from there, we started to go down. Here, at the end of the cycle, same thing. We make a top on the weekly cycle. We make a top, both confirmed by 1 week and the 2-week cycles right here. And from there, we simply go to the bearish market. And this happens every single time. This time would not be different. Here, again, in the March 2024, we make a top. From there, we simply go on a hunt for new lows. And this bearish momentum can last up to 2 months, 2 60-day cycles. Now, looking at the current situation, we can see that yes, the 2-week and the 1-week cycle actually started to go down. The price also reversed from 122K to basically now 117K, and we are going down. However, what I believe is going to happen, I believe that we're still going to go up. We're going to make a new high, and from there, we're going to go down. And one of the reasons why I believe so is because every single end of the cycle, basically just before we make it up, we actually have a violent move up. But this time, the move was only 10%. Now, if you measure it from the end of July, we just went up by 10%. So nothing really happened in the market. There's no euphoria. People are still bullish, but they're also concerned that we might go down. Bitcoin always moves where we can predict the least. And in this situation, nobody would expect a quick move up and then a quick move down. So if you take a look at the past and you check the previous cycle highs, Bitcoin did exactly that. It violently went up by a couple of weeks to make a final cycle high, and then it violently went down, immediately going down by 15% in 1 week, and then slowly going down. Now, same thing here, 45% within the last 3 weeks, and then we start going down. Here, the same thing. Week 17, we make a top. Just before that, we go up by 20%, and Bitcoin gets rejected and prints a red candle. However, here you can see that we actually went up by 20 or 21%, and it happened every single time, even in bearish cycles like this one, 15, almost 16% up within the last 3 weeks, and we go down. Now, this violent move is something what is currently missing for me. For this very reason, I'm going to try to catch the last move up. And how I'm going to do it? Very simply, by simply going to the 2-hour time frame, which I recommend to everyone. Go to 2-hour time frame, apply the cycle indicators on your screen. The cycle indicators you can actually get on the Strategy Master website. You go to strategymaster.io. You subscribe for the free newsletter here by clicking the subscribe button. Now, I have a different button because I already subscribed and it's actually my newsletter. Now, once you click here, you subscribe for the free plan, or if you want to put the indicators yourself on the chart, you subscribe for the premium plan for 42 euros or $49 per month. After you subscribe, you're going to get access to every single indicator, every single buy signal, every single sell signal that you can see on my screen. Moreover, you're going to get access to all the cycle analysis that I do 3 times per week in form of these articles. Here I discuss altcoins, Bitcoin, gold, stocks, and I say when I buy, when I sell, and what cycle indicators are currently shown for us. Now, read these articles. They're extremely important, and they help you to become more profitable. Now, coming back to the chart, I want to show the 2-hour time frame and what these cycle indicators are showing in this time frame. We have a 1-day cycle at the top and the 4-hourly cycle at the bottom. What I'm going to do, I'm going to push the 4-hourly cycle above. Here, we can see one very clear pattern. First of all, Bitcoin is slowly bottoming on the 1-day cycle and also on the 4-hourly cycle. Has it bottomed? I don't think so. I don't think so because we have a strong support line at 116.6K. I believe that we're going to attack the zone, we're going to enter a long trade, and then we're going to go up. And based on where this 1-day cycle indicators bring us, based on how much more up we can actually go in the daily cycle, we're going to either make a new high, and we're going to go to the 20-week cycle high, or if we are not able to make a new high right there, and we're going to make, something like this, and then we're going to start going down, we're going to have to sell everything here. Then we say, hey, the top was here. The top was on the week 18. I'm going to come back to the weekly chart so it's more understandable for you. I'm going to zoom in, and here you can see we're now on the week 18. And what I expect that we're going to top within the next 2 weeks, maybe one, maybe maximum 2 weeks. If this is going to happen, then we must go up right now. We have no more time to waste. Now, if the next daily cycle high doesn't bring us new highs, it means that's it. It's the end of the bullish trend. And you know already what happens when the bullish trend ends. We have a long consolidation phase and more bearish action to come. Well, if that's the case, if this scenario is not correct one, what is going to happen? We are going to have a consolidation phase, something like that. And then at the end of September, beginning of October, we're going to crash below 100K and we're going to make an ultimate bottom. Now, I don't want this to happen. However, I'm ready. I'm fully ready to short the market in case that happens. Because you see, the daily cycle always tells us what's going to happen. Like, look in the situation 1 month ago. We could see that, hey, the daily cycle went up, but the price didn't change from the last bottom to the top. There was absolutely no price change, okay? So this is a bearish action. So we should be ready for more downturn potential. And that's exactly what happened. We went to the lows, we made a new low. The opposite situation is here, right here. We made a bottom right here. Our top was here. We never managed to actually go below 20 because the market was so bullish. We reversed in the middle, we reversed here, and then we simply have to wait for the new daily cycle high. And the daily cycle high occurred right here in July 2025. Here we made a new high. Now, in this case, if the daily cycle high, the indicator itself goes above 80, but the price doesn't go above 80 and simply it goes back to 120, 121K, and it doesn't print a new all-time high next week, that's it. I'm out of the market. I'm selling absolutely everything what I have, including altcoins, because from there, we're definitely going to go down. So you have to be ready. You have to be ready for this last potential pump because I'm ready and I'm placing my trades accordingly. What I'm doing now, I'm going to long the zone, 116.6K area. Here we have a POC level, which is a point of control level, which basically says that, hey, here we have a very strong support and we have to bounce from here. Don't sweat. Apply these cycle indicators. Use the buy and sell signals that I provide in the Strategy Master website. Go there, register for a newsletter, buy the subscription. After you're done, click this link right here. Now, this is a BTCC crypto exchange, and it's going to give you 10% deposit bonus. Plus, whenever you make some volume, you're going to get some rewards. This is the best way to start trading crypto because you don't even have to risk your money. Think about it. 10% deposit bonus, it's simply going to give you free money. You deposit $5,000, you're going to get $500 for free. Then you place a trade with a 2 or 3x leverage, and voila, you can make 20-30% in one trade. If you lose the money, that's fine. It's not your money in the first place. So if you're not sure about cycle indicators, if you're not sure about cycles, or if you're not sure about your trading skills, that's what you have to do. You have to get cycle indicators, get a BTC account, and start trading. That's how you can actually win against inflation. See you in the next video.